Hi, how's it going? I'm Marlene. Thanks for wandering by. So, today I wasn't sure if I was going to film something this weekend because I honestly don't have like a whole lot to say about tarot right now. I feel like things are good with my practice, but it's slowed down a lot and I mean there's all these like really fun like tags that people are putting out that are like thoughtful tarot and like all these really good deep searching questions, and I was like a big part of me wants to do it, and then another part of me is like, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, it's been a weird week. It's been a weird work week. It's been a weird, I don't know, it's just been kind of a weird week. I wasn't feeling well for a portion of the week. God, my hair just looks insanely fuzzy right now, frizzy fuzzy. And the lighting is like all anyway. But I'm here because I guess I can tell you a little bit about the one tarot deck that I've been like obsessively working with for the week, and that is the Odysian Tarot. And I this is one of my favorite decks of all time, and I've been like, I don't know, I missed it. I missed it. I missed Greek mythology. Here are the backs. This is a deck that is an indie deck by Welkin Tarot. Why can I never remember the name of the creator? Anyway, I think it's like Chris Leach. I think that's it. Yes, that's it. Anyway, um, I've been just like so in love with using this deck again, and it has this big, meaty, chunky guidebook. God, I love this Medusa. That's so good. Um, and I've been mostly just doing like a two-card reading, do this, don't do this, and it's just perfect. Like I don't love to pull like too many Orpheus. I don't love to pull too many cards, I mean, when I'm using the Odyssean Tarot. Um, but because it's like so much with the mythology that like it ends up being like I'm definitely reading tarot, but I'm really focused in on the myth. Um, and there she is, Pandora. I just love it. I love it. I love everything about this deck. Yeah, I'm just having a grand old time with it. And it's been like, I don't know, there's so many layers to this for me because it's really just, it can be just a very simple, like, understanding of do this, don't do this, reading. But then there's also like so much in the mythology that if I want to go really deep, I can. And I have been. I've highlighted this deck a lot. I have my little trusty. I brought this out because I've been using these little Stabilo highlighter set. I do wish that I didn't have this colorway, this like neon set. I really want to get the Stabilos that are like the muted color, like the earthy tones or whatever. But I love this purple. I don't know why I'm showing you my highlighters. I'm just like chatting. It's just like a little bit of a hangout. And then we're going to talk about books too. That's really kind of what I'm here for. But the guidebook is so good. And I've been having a lot of fun just like depending on the myth, like, and the element, I've been picking like different highlighters to use. And also sometimes I'll get in there with like a pencil and like circle and write things. But yeah, I've just been having a time. See, like I went all blue when I got Poseidon. And I've been in this guidebook before, and I definitely highlighted before because I can tell the it's so funny to go back to like previous highlights. Yeah. I also, what did I get today? Because I got the two of flame has one of the best Delphic maxims in here. It's so good. I drew a little heart next to it because it's Theseus. And also I started listening to the podcast that I really like. That's a Greek mythology podcast. Let's talk about myths, baby. And I was just listening to like a like re another she'd done episodes on Theseus and the Minotaur before, but this is the like the myth of Theseus before he goes to Crete. Um but anyway, so the Delphic maxim for the two of flame, two of wands, is the way out is the way in. Oh my God. Like, can you even like that's just I mean so good. That's so so good. I drew a little heart. Yeah, I just that was perfect. The way out is the way in. I mean, come on. What more could you want? So really that's kind of been where my headspace has been with tarot. I've just been in the Greek mythology mood again. And it's funny because I think this was the time of year. I've had this deck for just a year. Is this when I got that deck? A year ago in November? Is it? I have to like look. Anyway, there was another thing that spurred a like a library haul is what I ended up with because I love the library. I don't I've mentioned before that I really don't have space. I've made space for the decks, but I just don't have space for books anymore. And I used to have like, oh my God, like such a wonderful library, but I ended up giving away a lot of books to students. And donating them. I often would give books to students. That was one of my favorite things to do, especially when I taught high school age students. So, and I still do work with high school age students. But anyway, that having been said, I did get inspired by a couple of things. First, the Odysian Tarot, because there are several myths where there's a journey into the underworld. And it is that term in Greek is Katabasis. I think I'm saying it right. I don't know if it's Katabasis or Katabasis, but there's Katabasis by R.F. Kuang. I have to cover things up. Sorry, my washi tape is falling off. But it is, yeah, it's Katabasis by R.F. Kuang. And this is, oh my God, I got the large print because, you know, the eyes are getting a little old. So this is about, if you haven't heard, this book came out this year and it's really it's been all over the place and I've heard lots of mixed reviews, but the premise is that we're following two, I want to say graduate students who their advisor or their mentor has died and they need recommendations or they need something. I think it's recommendation letters. They need recommendations from their advisor, their college advisor. And so they somehow end up going on a journey to the underworld. So it's very, like Dante's Inferno kind of levels of hell. So they travel to the underworld to find their professor, advisor, and it's their journey. And so I've heard mixed reviews. Some people really didn't like it. And then, but one of my friends whose taste in books I really like, I really, really trust because we have a lot in common, said that they read it and are like thoroughly enjoying it. So yeah, Katabasis. And I just felt like it was so appropriate because of, the different myths that have us, taking a journey to the underworld. I just love that. And then I got some, okay, I got these two. Let me talk about these two because I'm always on a bit of a Shakespeare retelling kind of kick. And there are two books here that have that flair. So this is called The Death I Gave Him, and MX Lu. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, but it's a sci-fi retelling of Hamlet, and it's a 21st century Hamlet, and it's like a I don't know, it sounds really funny but also Hamlet, it sounds good. And I was just in the mood for something kind of wacky and different, but also I love Hamlet. Is Hamlet my favorite? I don't know if I can say if Hamlet my favorite. I love, love, love Romeo and Juliet. I can't, I'll be that basic. I'll be that basic person, but I do love me some Hamlet too. But it says in the book flap, it says Hayden Litchfield's life is ripped apart when he finds his father murdered in their lab and the camera logs erased. The killer can only have been after one thing, the Sisyphus formula. That's fantastic. Um, Somebody in the Discord, in the Discord of Thea's Garden Goddess membership, put this like amazing Sisyphus meme that just like had me like made my whole day, and I had to send it to all of my friends. It's so good. If I think of it, I'll put it up on the screen for you guys to see too. Anyway, so the Sisyphus formula is what the killer must have been after. The Sisyphus formula that the two of them developed together. Oh, so Hayden and his father, which might one day reverse death itself. Hoping to lure the killer into the open, Hayden steals the research Hayden steals research, sorry. In the process, he uncovers a recording his father made in the days before his death and a dying wish. Avenge me. Of course, because it's Hamlet. And then so I guess it goes on to say that the lab is on lockdown, ba ba ba. So Hamlet in a modern day lab, the death I gave him. So I'm looking forward to that. And then still on this like sort of Shakespeare kick, we have I've heard about this book for a while now, and I've heard lots of people really, sorry, scratching my leg, lots of people really um enjoy it. So, and I can't believe I haven't read this. So I got Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell, and also large print. I do a lot of audiobook reading too, but and both at the same time, so it's really immersive, which is really helpful to do read the book and listen to the audio at the same time, because I don't know. I mean, my attention span, like everybody else's these days, is it's really hard to get. Like I find myself really struggling to just immerse in a book experience like I used to when I was younger. So anyway, that's helpful. So it's Hamnet, a novel of the plague. In 1580s England, Agnes walks her family's land with a falcon on her glove and is known throughout the countryside for her unusual gifts as a healer, understanding plants and potions better than she does people. Once she settles with her husband on Henley Street in Stratford upon Avon, she becomes a fiercely protective mother and a steadfast centrifugal force in the life of her young husband, whose career on the London stage is taking off when their beloved young son succumbs to sudden fever. Hamnet is a reimagining of a boy whose life has been all but forgotten and whose name was given to one of the most celebrated plays of all time. So, Hamnet, Hamlet. I'm so intrigued. I honestly don't know. I didn't really know much about this except that like if you're a Shakespeare fan, you should, you should get into this. So, Hamnet, and like look at that cover. That's fantastic. A novel of the plague. So, looking forward to that, and I'll probably, if I do feel like, matching up things, tarot and books, then I'll grab my Shakespeare tarot. I have two, actually. I have two Shakespeare tarots. And then what else did I grab? Oh, I already started reading this one. So I started this one like already today, and this is called The Blue Book of Nebo. Sorry that I ruined the covers, but it's a library book. But The Blue Book of Nebo. So this is a dystopia where the world has ended and it takes place in Wales, and it is told from the perspective of a mother and her son, and I'm not sure like what age the boy is. So the boy's name is Dylan and the mother's name is Rowena, and they live in the Welsh countryside, and it's end times. I don't know if there's anybody else that's left too in these end times, if it's like, because I've read dystopias like that as well, but it is like their journals. So you'll get like one chapter from the mom's perspective, one chapter from the son's perspective, and it's like, I mean, it's a quick little guy. It's only like 150 pages. So I've already started reading it. I'm super intrigued. I love this. This also is on my list of 25 books to read in 2025, which I really fell off. Well, I did okay. I mean, I'll have some stats if you're interested at the end of the year. Um, but yeah, the Blue Book of Nebo. I'm already digging it. Like I wonder what it's going to be like. It seems like one of those like kind of cozy dystopias, but also like some of these cozy dystopias also produce a little bit of anxiety for me. I read another one that is kind of like this, or I picked this up because it was recommended to me because I read The Wall by I forget her name. The Wall. I think her name is Marlene. Yeah, Marlene Haushofer. That's the name. Yeah. Marlene Haushofer, I think. Anyway, I read that. That was something else too. But yeah, Blue Book of Nebo. I'm probably gonna get through that, hopefully in one sitting, 150 pages, pretty quickly. Then for something completely different, I also picked up a Lisa Jewell book. So Lisa Jewell, Don't Let Him In. I don't know why, but I guess sometimes just have a different flavor of something to read that's like quick and like you just like it's a page turner. Like these she writes thrillers. And so I read None of This Is True. I've read a couple other Lisa Jewells, I think, one or two other ones, but her style of writing, it doesn't read like I don't know, like a thriller that you can like pick up at the airport or a thriller, that you get at the grocery store or whatever. It feels more like there's like bigger like life questions. It feels like real people. Although there's like it's not like these there are twists and turns, but you just are just so fascinated by what's going on. Like None of This Is True was probably my favorite of hers so far. But anyway, this one is, let me see, I don't even know what it's about. So he's the perfect man. It's a perfect lie. So Nick Radcliffe is a man of substance and good taste. He has a smile that could melt the coldest heart and a knack for putting others at ease. He's just what Nina Swan, oh my goodness, Nick Radcliffe, Nina Swan, needs in her life after her husband's unexpected death. But to Nina's adult daughter, Ash, Nick seems too slick, too polished, too good to be true. Without telling her mother, Ash begins digging into Nick's past. What she finds is more than unsettling. Ooh, okay, all right. Yeah, that sounds good. Like, and these books are just like for me, like super fun, a little bit like intriguing about, what people are like. And they just go fast. Those are good ones to do, like the audiobook in tandem. Yeah. So Lisa Jewell, Don't Let Him In. And then I picked up a James Baldwin because I cannot believe I've not read James Baldwin, and I want to read Giovanni's Room, which is the one that everyone always talks about. But at my library, they didn't have it. So I grabbed, this is called Tell Me How Long the Train's Been Gone. Tell Me How Long the Train's Been Gone. And this one, I don't know, I've never read James Baldwin, but I believe this one was written in 1960. 68. So I don't know. I need to like this is like on a to-do list. Although this wasn't I don't have any James Baldwin on my like TBR 20 the 25 and 25 to read. But basically the little blurb I'll read a little bit to you. So in this magnificently passionate, angry and tender novel, James Baldwin created one of the most striking characters, a man struggling to become himself even as he juggles multiple identities as black man, bisexual and artist on the mercilessly floodlit stage of American public life. Oh my gosh, that was a tongue twister for me. At the height of his theatrical career, the actor Leo Proudhammer, oh my God, that's a fantastic name for a theater actor, Leo Proudhammer, is nearly felled by a heart attack. As he hovers between life and death, Baldwin shows the choices that have made him enviably famous and terrifyingly vulnerable. So it goes on, but I won't read too much. But this is a bigger book. So it's like almost 500 pages. But yeah, I need to read some James Baldwin. So I'm looking forward to getting into that one. And then lastly, sorry, I just like keep itching my leg. I might have a mosquito bite there. Lastly, I grabbed this book that I'd heard about a while ago, and this also really answers the theme for No Gray November, which is the Candy Reading Challenge 2025. So Candy of Candy Soul and Soil and the Great Literary Rabbit Hole, she has a reading challenge that I've been doing all year long, and the prompt for November is No Gray November. So you have to pick a very colorful book cover. So, I mean, this one also fit the bill, right? This, oh my gosh, this like neon. The death I gave him, that is definitely no gray. But also this one, this is Hot Air by Marcy. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to read. Marcy Dermansky. And this I heard about. This is a little, is it a, no, it's not a novella. It's under 200 pages though. Yeah, it's less than 200 pages, which I love a short book sometimes too. So this says a joyfully unhinged story of money, marriage, sex, and revenge unspools when a billionaire crashes his hot air balloon into the middle of a post-pandemic first date. So like completely different. I don't know if this is lit fic. I mean, most of the stuff that I have a thriller, I have I guess that you would call that sci-fi. Yeah, I guess I've got sci-fi, lit fic. Anyway, range, a little bit of a range. Um, but it also says Joni hasn't been on a date in 7 years when Johnny, oh my gosh, Joni and Johnny invites her and her daughter to dinner. His house is beautiful, his son is sweet, and their first kiss is, well, it's not the best, but Joni can convince herself it's nice enough. But when Joni's childhood crush, a summer camp fling turned famous billionaire, crash lands his hot air balloon in Johnny's swimming pool, Joni dives in. Oh my God. It just sounds so wackadoo. Like it sounds really different. Um, and I had had this on my list for a while, and I just thought that the cover was, kind of interesting. A hot air balloon. I don't know. It just sounds like a super kind of weird, different story. Um, and I don't know if it's romance. I don't know. I don't know how this one's going to turn out. We'll see how I feel about it. Um, so yeah, I mean, that's kind of it for me. I just wanted to like pop in, say hello, ask you guys, how are you doing? What are you up to? What are you reading? How's your tarot going? Yeah, I'm kind of boring, I guess, right now with tarot because and I honestly don't want to use any other deck right now. I just really want to like be with the Odysian Tarot. I mean, my mood changes a lot, so I could completely go back on this like tomorrow if my mood, shifts. But like right now, I just want to work with that deck. That's where I'm at. And I kind of like that, especially since I've had such big, deck months the last few months. I mean, I tend to use a lot of decks. So this kind of being it, I'm also starting to get, and I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving coming up, and I'm like getting ready to get into like holiday kind of spirit, which is fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, that's it. I just kind of wanted to like have a little chill hang out, show you my books, my library haul, and say hey. That's it. That's all from me. Anyway, yeah, tell me how you're doing. And if you've read any of these books, I would love to hear about that. Or if you haven't and you're interested in them, let me know about that too. Anyway, hope you're doing well. I hope that you enjoyed this little chat. And I hope that you all have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye.